This is the Heavy Hitter Club channel. What's up, everybody? Marco here with another ChatGPT 4 prompt. Unfortunately, ChatGPT is being fickle today. I've been using the free version of ChatGPT. I haven't paid for Plus, and I'm going to show you why. I am and have been an early adopter of the OpenAI.com platform. And in this case, it's the playground, which is similar to ChatGPT. And well, let me just show you here rather than go through all of this, because you're not going to need all of this. I don't know if you can still get into the playground. I got in the original beta version. I've been in here for a while. If you're wondering how I come across all these prompts and how I improve my prompts and how I test them, it's in here. It's in the playground because it gives me access. Like when it first rolled out, ChatGPT 4, I've had it. If I go in here and in chat, I've got access to Turbo and I've got access to ChatGPT 4. And I don't only have access to that, the next model that's being worked on, I have access to that. I don't generally like to use that because it's still in development, although there are things that I might test in there. So just so you know, that's why I show you like in ChatGPT when I do the prompts, because that's where most of you are. It's either ChatGPT 3.5 or ChatGPT 4. I'm testing it in here. I'm testing it in the OpenAI playground. In this video, what we're going to do is take this in three parts. We're going to do content analysis for keywords. We're going to do a content gap analysis. We're going to analyze the entities. We're going to analyze anything that's missing, anything that's suggested. You'll see from the prompt I give you. What I did is I went and found an article right here in Google, the top ranking article. Well, from this you can see, let me move my controls out of the way, excuse me. They're in my way. You see that I searched for ChatGPT 4 prompt engineering, but the best ranking content is video content. So if you're planning to do this, I suggest that you do what I'm doing. You do videos for prompts, because you see it. You see, I don't have to tell you, you see it. I like to tell people I can show you better than I can tell you, because anybody can tell you anything. Have them show you. And here it is. But the top ranking content for this is computer. That's from my IP. I'm not signed in, and so this is what I get. If you're signed in and if you're in a different IP and according to your settings, it might be different, might be the same. These are the top articles. You can analyze these one by one. But here's what I want. I want the actual article and I want the content, and I went ahead and copied. Excuse me for looking away. I'm on another screen. But I went ahead and loaded the content into a notepad. That's what I like to do. And then I prepared my prompt for the OpenAI playground, which is, and let me show you, let me go to the playground. Here we go. There we are. And let me pull up the prompt. You are a keyword research and content writing expert. That's what goes into the system here. I'm telling it what it is. And I'm going to tell it from the article I have copied and pasted above. Find the main entity and the main keyword for the article. Calculate the keyword density of the most used 2-word keywords and 3-word keywords, excluding any single word keywords. Give me a list of the top 10 keywords separated by a comma. Find the LSI and related synonyms of the main keywords used in the article. Give me a plain list of the 10 keywords separated by a comma. Find the additional main entities and related entities found in the article or contain. Let me just change that word. In the article. Find the content gaps where ideas are underserved or not fully developed. Remember, this is the top writing content. We're going to try to improve it. That's the purpose of this. I'm going to tell it, give me a list of the content gaps to write about, and give me a list of the underserved or not fully developed ideas to write about. I am going to copy all of this, including the article. Select all, and I'm going to drop it here. Uh-oh, it didn't copy. Give me a moment. Copy. Paste it in there. Let me look through this again. So there it is. That's the top ranking article for this. And I am just going. Oh well, before I do that, I have to change my tokens because this is going to be longer than 256. Let me show you this. And I think I showed it in a previous video. If I didn't, let me go and find it. The tokenizer in OpenAI. I'm going to drop that in there. And it's going to tell me I'm going to need 3,000 tokens. So of course, if I only have 256 tokens, it's not going to do it. Now it says I can do up to 4,000 tokens. Let me see if by doing this, if I have 4,000 tokens. I haven't played with that a whole bunch. No, I only have, I have half. I have, my maximum is 2048. So it's probably going to stop. You'll see what I do as I'm doing this, just to keep it writing for me. It's probably the same thing as it is in ChatGPT 3.5 or ChatGPT 4. You just tell it continue in here. Also, like I could play in here with the temperature, which controls the randomness. This is where you control whether it's AI detectable or not, whether your content can be detected by software that detects AI content. If I increase the temperature, it's going to give me more random completions. Now, as I go to 0, and you see it right there, the model will become deterministic and repetitive because it doesn't have many options to choose from. You can also play with top P in here. It controls via nucleus sampling. So 0.5 means half of all likelihood of weighted options are considered. So as it's doing this, the lower your top P is, the less options that it considers as it's going to write. So in here, in the OpenAI playground, you have more options and you have more control. We're going to leave it as is. By changing this a little bit and by changing top P a little bit, I've already messed with most of the AI detection software just by controlling this. I can also control AI detection, and I've given you in another video using literary devices, inserting literary devices, telling it to write in a human-like style. And now it's up to you guys to see how you're going to use all of the previous prompts that I've given you to improve on the article. Let me show you what I've come up with for this part though. Here we go. I am going to submit it. And it happens pretty fast. It's going to give me the results that it finds. I am going to pause the video while it's finding the results, or while it's finding the prompt that I requested. You can see it going. Okay, I'm back. There it is. There you see it. And it gave me what I requested. The main entity and the main keywords. So for the people who say that entities and keywords are the same, not according to natural language processing or ChatGPT 4 or other LLMs for that matter, because it's right here. It separates it. It tells me the main entity is LLMs, large language models, and the main keyword is prompt engineering. It gives me the top 2-word and 3-word keywords. It gave me the LSI. It gave me any additional main entities and related entities, and it gave me content gaps. I could have asked for more, but I mean, this is fine. I said we were going to do this in 3 parts, and excuse me for looking away because this is what I'm going to add as a prompt. I'm going to tell it from the output, give me a content outline that includes the main keyword and main entity, other main keywords and main entities, LSI, related synonyms, additional keywords, and related keywords. Include content gaps and underserved or not fully developed ideas to write about. And I'm going to tell it include anything else that I should write about in the outline. There. I don't want to clear it because I want it to continue. This is my assistant, my chat assistant, correct? And so I want it to continue with this idea. So I'm just going to add a message. I'm going to paste it at them from the output above. Give me the, and so now I'm going to submit and see what it says. Here it comes. I'm going to pause it. I'm back. It's done giving me the outline, and there you see it. Has the introduction, understanding large language models, LSI and related synonyms to write about. You might want to change that in your outline and call it something else. Prompt engineering and practice, challenges and limitations, future development, addressing content gaps and underserved ideas. You might want to change that, right? Because what you're doing is you're improving on the previous article. And these are the things that you should be writing about. So change the outline. I'm going to leave it like that for our intents and purposes because I don't want to start playing with this and messing with this. I want to leave it. And what we're going to do now is the prompt that I've given you before for the 1,500 word article or longer. This one here. I gave you that before. It's in one of the previous videos. You can go to my Facebook page because there's some things that YouTube didn't like in the description. Some squiggly things. I'm going to call them squiggly things for you non-programmers. I'm going to take this and we're going to go and include it in the prompt for the article analysis. So I'm going to give this to you entirely so that you have the entire prompt from start to finish. Now we can't use it like it is. We have to go in and adapt it. So let me do that. Let me pause while I adapt. All right, here we go. I'm back and I have created the prompt for the long form article. So what I'm going to tell it is from the content outline above, from the article, I believe it is outline above, create a 1,500 word or longer article from, so I already have it in there. Excuse me, let me go back. Create a 1,500 word or longer article from the content outline above. The article, and you've seen this before, you've seen the previous video, which you should go watch. You know that this includes the article must be creative and human-like in style, using contractions, idioms, transitional phrases, interjections, dangling modifiers, comparisons, and examples. So not only are you changing the content and making it better than anybody else's by doing this, by instructing it to do this, by playing with your temperature and your top P, you're also changing it so that it's not so obviously AI. I'm going to tell it, write for me as if I were in the 7th grade. Avoid repetitive phrases and unnatural sentence structures. Avoid long and overly complex sentences that are difficult for a human to read. The article should contain it should contain as many paragraphs. Remember, this is another prompt, so I'm editing it as we go. But the article should contain as many paragraphs as necessary to fully develop the idea and fill in the content gaps, and each paragraph should contain approximately 175 to 175 words is fine. You can play with this, playing with this number. If all of your articles are approximately 150, let's say 150 to 155 words, you're leaving a footprint that could be detectable. So maybe you do 127, I like odd numbers for whatever reason, to 175. To 179, whatever, approximately. The article should include a creative title. I think you've seen this before. Again, if you haven't, go watch the other video before you continue with this one. I'll leave a link in the description. The article should include a creative title, an SEO meta description, introduction, headings, bullet points, or a numbered list. And I'm giving it this time 10 FAQs and a conclusion. Check to make sure that the article is plagiarism free. The title tag must be descriptive and contain the following: how to train your chatbot through prompt engineering. You want to focus on what it is that you're writing about. And I'm going to tell it, give it to me in HTML without an HTML or body tag, because I want to just paste this into WordPress, for example. Writing HTML again without HTML or body tag. The primary title goes in H1, the subtitles go in H2 and H3, the conclusion title, paragraph. After the article, write FAQ schema in JSON+LD format for the FAQs in the article. And I'm not gonna tell it to ask questions or whether it understands. I'm in the playground, and it knows this is a continuing idea. So here we go. I am going to grab that, copy it, paste it into my chat, and I am going to submit, and off it goes. And I'm going to pause it for now. And we're back. And here we are. Fully written out according to what I wanted. And I can go back and look at where I might have made mistakes, but I might want to leave it. I don't want to correct everything. I don't want this to be perfect, because humans are expected to make a few mistakes, and they're expected to make typos or whatever. We make errors in writing, thoughts, analysis, whatever. But I have it, and here it is with, it stopped in the middle, and I just had to tell it continue, and it continued writing. And what I did is I went into a text file, and I'm going to save it as let's call it chat GPT 4.html. Oh, let me go back, and I'm going to save it as, it should be in all files so that it does save an HTML file in my desktop. I'm going to save it, and I'm going to go into my files. Excuse me for looking away. I'm on another monitor, and I'm going to double click on that file, and this is what it'll look like when you have your content done. And of course, it's not going to show the script, because the script should go in your header. The FAQs, right? It should go in the head section. But here it is: H1s, H2s, H3s, and there's your bullet list, and there's your numbered list, and there's everything that you've written about. If you'd like, go ahead and send this through an AI detector. And as I've said in a previous video, I don't want to get on my soapbox and tell you that Google doesn't really care whether it's AI content. What it cares about is when a person lands on this page, what do they get out of it? What signals are they sending Google? Are they clicking away? Are they clicking through? Are they staying and reading your article? That's what matters. Helpful content is that content which holds the reader on the page and gets that reader to take a given action, whether it's joining your mailing list, whether it's watching your videos, whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish, whatever goal. That's the helpful content signal that Google is looking for. So however long it takes to read this article, I don't know, 5-10 minutes or whatever, that's what Google will expect people to spend on here. And you can expand on this. You can have it write better. You can have it rewrite the paragraphs, insert more literary devices, for example. If you want, give you better explanations. It's up to you now to develop your prompts to get even better content and even better articles. So here you are. So here we have a 3-part prompt where we conducted the analysis, then we got the content outline, and then we wrote the article from the content outline all through AI. I hope you enjoyed this, and if you did, please remember that we're doing this for charity. I will put the page of the charity that we're supporting in the description. If you enjoyed this video, if you're getting anything out of the previous videos and this video, please think about donating. The cause is truly worthwhile. I am not going to start talking about the charity here because this is a video that I'm giving you so that you can develop your content writing. What I'm actually giving you, if you really put your mind to it and think things through, is a content writing business in a box. In a series of 3-4 videos, I've shown you how to develop your ideas, how to develop your calendar, how to write your content. I mean, you see it. You can go now and analyze the top writing content, figure out why it's ranking so well, and you can all do it all through ChatGPT. You don't have to come to the open playground, and you don't have to pay for ChatGPT for it. It's coming to you. It'll get rolled out. I'm still locked out, so this is why I'm in the playground, and I think I'm going to pay for it. I'm just going to go ahead and pay for Plus so I can show what we just did here, that you can do the same thing in ChatGPT 4, because I'm doing it right here. I mean, you see it. I'm doing it through the ChatGPT 4 model. Except I can control my temperature, I can control my tokens, and I can control my top P in here. So the word that's expected after each word is what's controlled. And so there you go. Once again, you enjoyed this, donate to the charity. You have access to the other videos. The prompt will go in my Facebook page, so look for that in the description. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell so that you get notified when more of these videos come along, because they will be coming until April 26th, when we go into our charity webinar series with a whole bunch of guests, where we'll talk about entities, brands. We'll talk about more about ChatGPT 4. We'll talk about AI. We'll talk about how to blend your brand and the voice of your business into your content, and a whole bunch of other things. That's coming. See ya. This is the Heavy Hitter Club channel. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell.